Hi everyone, I'm Vanessa Musi from vanessamusi.com, and today I'm bringing you a great recipe. It's one of my signature paleo chocolate chip cookies. It is a crowd pleaser in my classes, and it's a recipe I developed over time. It's really, really good. It's grain-free and it's dairy-free. We're using ghee. It's a great recipe you can tweak and adapt, and it's my family's favorite. I hope you enjoy it. So stay tuned for the recipe, and it's going to be linked below. Let's start baking. So you guys remember, scale all your ingredients. That's the best result. All the mise en place is on my tray. I'm using a scale. This is really important. Get a scale on Amazon. It's really, really the best results come from this. So have everything ready, have everything scaled out. We're going to use really good ingredients, the best quality. So this is a paleo recipe. It's grain-free, and we're using ghee. You can use cultured ghee, you can use brown butter ghee, or you could use regular ghee. There are all sorts of brands that are really good. And we're going to use egg and vanilla. And we're using my flour blend. I'll link the recipe below. It's a flour blend. It has arrowroot, coconut flour, almond flour, and it's a really great recipe. I use it for my matcha cake. It's also on the YouTube. And it's really, really nice. And we're also using coconut sugar and stir sweetener. And we're going to use chocolate chunks. Use 70% chocolate. If it's paleo, make sure it's soy-free. So you can check those kind of brands. They're going to be linked on the recipe below as well. And we're adding a sprinkle of Maldon salt or any flaky salt you like on top. And you can also add some cocoa nibs if you'd like to for an extra crunch and chocolate texture inside. I like cocoa nibs a lot. So let's start baking here. I'm going to put this to the side. So we're going to use our mini mixer today, and this recipe does need a mini mixer. We're going to use scraper like this. Always use this paddle attachment, and if you can get this attachment with the rubber, that's the best one. So it really scrapes the bowl really nicely. And we're going to add our ghee. Add your ghee. I haven't tried this recipe with coconut oil before you ask. So ghee over here, and we're going to start creaming with our sugar. So up until this point, don't worry that your mixture is going to be a little bit dry. That's normal. We're using ghee, and we're also using coconut sugar, which is a little drier. I'm also using stir sweetener, which has probiotics, and it's really, really nice because it's added fiber that reduces the glycemic index, and it's just an extra boost of health. So we're going to add our egg with vanilla in here. So now our mixture looks nice and creamy. That's the point. You just cream until incorporated. Don't need to beat any more than that. Now we're going to add our dry ingredients. Our mixture of flour, baking soda, and salt already mixed in here. You can sift it, you can mix it with a whisk, or just mix a little bit. We're going to mix it inside the batter, so don't worry about it. So you can already have that flour mixture prepared in your, have your flour mixture prepared in your pantry. That way it's easier. I like to have a big bowl of it ready to use for different recipes. So let's incorporate this. Towards the end, we're going to add our chocolate, and make sure you use a really good quality chocolate. I don't like to use chocolate chips because chocolate chips are usually higher in sugar, or they have a different cocoa content. So I like to use really good high quality chocolate, anything above 70% up to 85%, and you can chunk it up into pieces and just add that right here. So you can really feel the good quality chocolate here. And that's it. If you'd like to add pecans or walnuts, are you team walnut or are you team chocolate? That's the question I have, because a lot of people are pure. If you're a purist, you like your chocolate chip cookies with just chocolate. I personally like to add an added crunch of walnuts, and they will toast in the oven. So it really depends what you're looking for. If you're traditionalist, use it as is. If not, you can add some walnuts, and I'll link the options in the recipe below. So we're going to start shaping the cookies, and we're going to be ready to bake in a little bit. You need a convection oven, ideally. So our dough is ready, you guys, and I find that this is a really handy tool. If you can get this in any baking supply store, Amazon. This is a scraper for dough or batters or thick batters like this. So you might want to scrape underneath, and if you want to store the dough in the fridge, in a bowl, or in a Ziploc bag, that's fine. So this is what pastry chefs love, and we can also use a spatula like this. And we have two options for scoops. We have a 24 scoop, or we have a larger scoop that's at number 16. So any size is good, and that gives a different size cookie. So whatever you like, we can use here. We're putting our cocoa nibs over here and our sea salt flakes on the side. Some people like sea salt flakes, some people don't. I personally like the sea salt flakes a lot. So let's shape some big cookies. So when you scoop, make sure you have it leveled off right here. So it's an equal size. Just get off the excess. Start putting it over here. So this is the ideal shaping of the cookies. You want to have 4. So we're using a perforated tray with a silk pad over here. That's the best way to do this. So it bakes faster, it's more uniform, and you just have a better result. And then here we're adding, make sure they're all the same size. You can also scale it for to go faster and better results. And we're going to measure out another 2 layers. So you guys, we're shaping 3 layers of 4 cookies each, and that's it. We're just going to use one tray. This is a half sheet tray. Get everything on Amazon, it's easier. And if you want to control the spreading, because these cookies tend to spread, and we're not going to flatten them out, you're just going to refrigerate them for 30 minutes, and then you can bake them. That prevents the spreading. Guys, if you want to add a little more chocolate on top, that's a great option here. Add it now. And so I like to have extra chunks on hand. So the chunkier, the better. So just remember not to flatten out your cookies because they will spread. This recipe does spread. And we can control the spreading by refrigerating or freezing the cookies as they are, the whole tray, for about 30 minutes. And then you bake it as is. So that's what we're going to do now. And let's say if you wanted to add some cocoa nibs, you can add them on top over here. And we're going to add some flaky sea salt on top. So remember, you guys, for those who ask me, paleo means grain-free, it means dairy-free, and soy-free, and it also means there's no cereals or grains or flours. So basically we're using only almond flour, cassava flour, arrowroot, tapioca. Those types of flours are only allowed in paleo baking. We're going to put these in the fridge for 30 minutes. Then we're going to bake at 350 for around 10 or 12 minutes, depending on your oven. I'm going to show you the texture so you'll know how to take them out. Hi guys, take out your cookies out of the fridge or freezer. Put them directly into the oven, preheated oven, 350. So the top oven is always best for cookies. And they'll stay there for around 10 or 12 minutes. We'll pull them out, and they're crispy on the outside and soft. These are ready. We're pulling them out of the oven. So let me show you. The texture. So this is how you take them out, and the time will depend on your oven and what tray you used, what position it had in the oven. So they're crispy on the outside, they're firm in the middle. They will continue, they're a little softer in the middle, but they will continue to set. Leave them like that for around 10 or 15 minutes on your tray. The heat of the tray will continue to cook the cookies, so you don't want to overcook them. and you don't want to undercook them. So if you also, there's a trick I learned the other day. If you want to photograph the sea salt flakes, you add them again at the end. So don't add too many at the beginning, add more towards the end. Put it on the chocolate and they will photograph even nicer. So find your bigger salt crystals and put a few on those on top of the chocolate. They will look really nice. That's it. Beautiful. So we'll let them sit there for 15 minutes. Then we're going to take them out with a cookie spatula like this. And then we're going to put them on a perforated tray, which acts like a cookie rack, even better than a cookie rack. And then we're going to add some parchment paper. So then with your cookie spatula, it's got to be a spatula like this. Take them out and put them here. But they have to be cool for that to happen. I can't do it right now because they're still setting. They still need to set. So that's going to take 15 minutes. And then we're done. Enjoy. They taste much better when they're hot or warm or out of the oven. And you can also make a cookie skillet as well. Hi guys, so the cookies have set. Now we can take them out with your spatula. Put them onto your cookie tray with a parchment paper. You really need a spatula. And then we're done. So if you like this video, hit like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and check the recipe below linked. And follow me on Instagram at Chef Vanessa Musi. And I'll see you on vanessamusi.com. Thank you. Bye.